So for step 4, what we're going to be doing is we're adding a new sprite. In this case, we're going to be adding a bat. So with this bat, what we need to do is create a little bit of movement. So the first thing that we're going to do with the bat is when we click the green flag, we want to forever be moving. So this bat is entitled to just move back and forth on the top of the page. We're not going to have it move in the Y direction, just keeping it focused on the X. So what we want to do is have a little bit of motion, but the thing that we have to be careful of is our steps. So our steps, so we only want to have 2 steps. And we want to put it in the claw as if on the edge bounce, so that way it knows if it hits the edge to turn around and move the other way. And then we want to put a little bit of looks to it, so what we're going to do is change costume, so next costume. So it gives it that fluttering type appearance. And we'll put even on a little bit of a wait sequence so it doesn't happen so fast that you can actually see it. But we'll add like 0.3 seconds. So looking at this, if you click this button, you can see now it looks like the bat is flying. Okay, rather slowly. Again, that's something that you can change with that. And the other thing we want to do with this bat too is we want to add the function of possibly creating more bats. So control, what we want to do here is put in another forever loop, but we want to wait. And we'll put in a randomizer here, so we'll wait anything from 1 to 10 seconds. And actually what we want to do now after that is we want to create a clone of this other object here, and not so much of the bat, but we want to create an orange. So we want this bat to actually start shooting oranges down the page here. So now that we have it flying through, the big thing now that we want to do is create a orange. So we're going to wait anywhere from 1 to 10 seconds here. You could change these values maybe to 5 to 10 seconds. And we want to create a orange. So now that we want the orange sprite, we want to add the code for the orange sprite here. Now that we have the orange, what we want to do is have when a clone is started, so we're going to create that clone. What we want to do is go to bat 1. So it looks like the bat is the one dropping the orange itself. And what we want it to do is now show the orange. So the orange shows up on the screen. And we want to have this continue. So we'll repeat until. And we're going to have a sensing function in there. So we're going to look at repeating until touching. And we're going to just say the edge, so the bottom of the page. So when it runs off the page by the looks of. And we want to change that motion of the Y direction by -4. So it falls at the same rate as which the thunderbolts or the lightning go up. And then once it runs off the page, what we want it to do is we want it to delete the clone. Another thing that we want to code for this is when this is hit, so we have our show, but we also need to make sure we have our hide. So it disappears there. Okay. And then also we want to have the control of when we receive the message of hit. So when we actually hit the bat itself, we want to also delete that clone as well. So now when we're looking at this, we have to change one other thing for that. So when we go back to the spaceship, we have wait until touching. This case we have to say hippo or, so we have an or statement. So we're going to be touching hippo 1, or now we're going to be touching the bat. So we get the same message and broadcast here. So we can see that we're hitting this, or in this case the orange. So now we have both of those pieces put into play. So now when we click this, you can see
Please find this interruption.